with another woman, and when his wife...
He became a family annihilator. Yes, it happens so often. We have a name for it. His creator was like, we need to do more research on like why men have these reactions. Like when they're in distress, they either like completely numb out or they kill themselves. As we know, the suicide rates for men are really high, especially when they're in financial stress, like she mentioned. And you notice this across the board. Like if they're in a relationship and they're really unhappy, they will not do anything about it. It's like women initiate 80% of divorces or something, 90% if you're college educated, and breakups as well. Most, if not all of my girlfriends have been like, I just eventually, it was like he was treating me like shit for so long. It's like I had to break up with him. And then even still, he thinks he broke up with me. And I feel like it's two things. One, it's a complete lack of emotional resilience. Like they have no ability to really hold their feelings and communicate them or even identify them sometimes. That's something we've like beat out of them in childhood, I think. And then that's reiterated when they go in school and they're in competition with each other. I live near some elementary school kids and I already see this happening when they play outside. I mean, it's a culture of domination, right? Like winning and losing, and you have to win at all costs. And I think they feel like it is taking a loss to be without a woman or be single. And so they really, really don't want to break up because having a woman is a status symbol. So they will keep you as long as possible. And even if they like don't like you, they will keep for life, but just like have a highlight reel going in their head of someone else because they just don't have it in them to communicate and figure out what the hell is even going on and why they essentially don't know who they are at the core. We could get into that, but
Yeah, you see how easy it is to dodge accountability? It's just that easy. It's legitimately just that easy to dodge accountability. Because how is it completely all guys' fault? You talk to all your girlfriends and they always say this story, but yet it can't be women's fault. It gotta be the guy's fault. Mind you, all your girlfriends are the same and they're telling you about different guys. But yet, guys are not the same. You know, that be the typical story. Oh, all guys are the same. They act the same. They do the same shit. But yet when it comes to women, we're not the same because we don't do exactly what you want. Just say it. Say you want to be in control of said relationships. That's what y'all want. Because look how you dodged accountability by saying that guys don't use their emotions. They do. They just don't use them the way that you use them. That's point blank, period. You want them to use them just like women do, but we're not going to be able to do that. We have logic. Logic makes sense. It works for everything in the world. If something doesn't make sense, we try to figure out how to make it make sense. But hey, if this is how you seeing it, this is how you seeing it. I'm not going to argue with you about it. Your feelings make you right, and preschoolers are showing you what grown-ups are going to be like. Okay.
As a matter of fact, the women are doing things that are triggering these men to make things worse. And it's like nobody's hearing these males' issues. So men, as they see that women don't care about what's going on with them, and they steady pushing these philosophies, you know, messing up the children, these different sexuality.
I'm going to give it to her. Because I don't know if people have noticed, but she kind of does both sides of the fence. She doesn't do it well, but she kind of does both sides of the fence. And I do catch her ever so often saying shit like this that makes sense. For me, like she made sense. I don't know who she was watching, where she got the information from, because you have to get said information from somewhere. Even if you're just looking, some of it's still you looking at the thing to get the information. So she got some good information. Is this when she was relating to books and all that? That's when the information went out the door for me. Because it's like, yo, books are stories. They're always going to tell you something great. Reality is not greatness most of the time. So if you're looking for greatness, you can't look in the book. Well, at least fairness is what I'd call it, not greatness.
And all this, they see it as being illogical, which a lot of it is, right? And the women can't see clearly. The women can't even handle their own lives. They can't make good decisions for their own lives, let alone a country, okay? Then you have ratchet folk type women endorsing That was a big mistake. Why are you getting entertainers, these types of entertainers at that, right, to speak to the demographic? That tells you the mentality of the demographic that you're appealing to, which the average person sees as delusional, reckless, and the problem in society. Do you think they're going to vote for you? That is, you know what I mean? Just check out all of the presidents that wanted to appeal to black folks and what did.
And then if we keeping it 100, they did. We did. I didn't go out and did anything, but think about it. We did. We showed out. Everybody else didn't. Ain't that crazy? We're still, like, honestly, to me, it kind of seems like, yo, you're still stuck in the past. That's what it seems like to me, because it's like, yo, I don't know about that. I've never been there. It never happened to me. Yes, I've had encounters with it, but I really personally don't care, because you are allowed to live your life however you want to live it. I'm not going to be around you while you do it. This one encounter is probably going to be the only encounter, and as long as it don't get violent, I'm cool.
They do. It was all entertainment. Clinton, because Clinton was smoking weed and playing the saxophone, and he was getting head in the office. Hot sauce in my bag swag, dab on him. This all you gotta do. And so now you get this woman, when we are in a new age and things are getting really bad, and you up against Donald Trump, a white man. Listen, because at the end of the day, a man is a man, and they will choose a man before they choose a woman, especially when you keep showing that you have no logic and no rationale behind what you're doing, because the things that the people are having a problem with, you're showing to be exacerbating them. You're showing that you're gonna make this even worse. So now it's a lesser of two evils things. They'll rather go with what they know as opposed to going with something that they see is gonna take them down the path they already are complaining about. They don't wanna.
Yeah, that's like I said earlier, she be coming with some stuff sometimes, and she makes sense. I can't argue with her about it. It's not that I'm looking for an argument, it's just the truth is what the truth is. But the only fault I see is, like, you're saying it from the standpoint of us, but we sided with her. They was all gung-ho. I heard stories that people made their boyfriends do that. And then there's stories that they will break up with them if she didn't win. Like, that's how crazy deep it runs. I don't even know what that is. I'm not ever even going to try to find out what it is, because I believe I'm a fair person and I should be allowed to make my own choices the way I want it.